This is the story of the closest the world has ever come to near World War III. A moment when one wrong move, one push of a button could have erased you and the people around you. This was the Cuban Missile Crisis. After World War II, the world split into two rival camps, the United States and the Soviet Union. In 1961, the US placed Jupiter nuclear missiles in Italy and Turkey in an attempt to invade Cuba. Meanwhile, just south of the US, a new ally had emerged for Moscow, Cuba, under communist leader Fidel Castro. Soviet leader Nikita Khrushchev and Cuban leader Fidel Castro made a decision to place Soviet nuclear missiles in Cuba to deter future US invasion. On October 14, 1962, a US U-2 spy plane captured photographic evidence of Soviet missile launch sites under construction in Cuba. These missiles could reach Washington, D.C., New York, or Chicago in under 10 minutes. President John F. Kennedy and his advisors faced an unthinkable decision. Do they strike or negotiate? On October 22nd, Kennedy spoke to the nation. "We will not tolerate offensive missile bases in Cuba." The US imposed a naval blockade, or quarantine, around Cuba to stop further missiles from arriving. Soviet ships were already on their way. If they crossed the blockade, war could begin. For 13 days, the world waited. Tensions skyrocketed. US bombers were in the air, nuclear weapons were armed, and cities across America prepared for the worst. The Soviets offered a deal. "We will remove the missiles in exchange for a US no-invasion promise for Cuba." And secretly, they wanted US missiles removed from Turkey. But things almost went catastrophically wrong. A Soviet submarine, B-59, was trapped by US ships near Cuba. The crew, panicking and cut off from Moscow, believed war had already begun. The captain ordered the launch of a nuclear torpedo. It needed approval from all three officers on board. Two said yes. One man, Vasily Arkhipov, said no. His refusal likely prevented World War III. On October 28th, Khrushchev agreed to withdraw the missiles. In exchange, Kennedy promised not to invade Cuba and secretly removed missiles from Italy and Turkey months later. A global crisis was averted, but just barely. After the crisis, a direct hotline was installed between Washington and Moscow. Leaders realized that communication, not confrontation, had saved the world. The Cuban Missile Crisis remains the closest humanity has come to total nuclear war. In the end, the world was spared, not by weapons, but by wisdom and restraint.